Hi, everyone. I am here with the beautiful Megan Monaghan, and I met her because she does my lashes, and she's this incredible boss lady, so empowered, a single mom. But I want to give you the rundown on all the things that she has done. I have built a very strong affinity for her, and I feel like she has tons of wisdom to share. And so here is her background. She's an educator, a lash artist, owner of Tandy Lash Lounge in Northern California. She's been in the beauty industry for over 15 years and started as a makeup artist and hairstylist. She had no idea that taking a lash course would change the course of her life. She rented a room in the back of a salon one day, and because of the high demand of volume lashes, she was full-time by the following month. Megan has a full clientele, and she had a full clientele, and she began looking for space to build a salon and find like-minded lash artists to send her overflow of clients. She opened Tandy Lash Lounge by her one-year anniversary of that course. She started working in sales for a large lash manufacturer shortly after opening her salon. She quickly realized that improving education and inspiring others was her true passion, and she stepped into corporate education and to a corporate education position. And in this role, she helped create curriculum. Sorry, why is that so hard to say?
It's a hard one.
A hard word. And she's been traveling all over the world doing speaking engagements. And her educated came to a close. Oh no, she's educated close to 2,000 students personally in her role, and knows that she's been able to not only show people how to do lashes, but she's also inspired change and passion in their lives as well. Her passion for customer service, quality, and lash artistry has proven to be a recipe for success. And Megan has always taken in pride in her work ethic, and owes her success to having an amazing team of both her salon and the education team at Orvaletta Beauty. Lashing has been her full-time career since starting 2020 because of all the things that have happened, and she's taken on some new and exciting opportunities outside of lashes. More recently, she had discovered a need to help inspire women in all aspects of her life and the need to find the balance in her own. So her hobbies include anything outdoors with her 2 children, traveling, working, and paddleboarding, and working out. I know that your body shows that you work out a lot. It's a nice balance to have.
Oh, well, thank you.
And so her Instagram is Megan_Monaghan_Borboleta. And you can also find her at tandylashlounge.com. So I just am so excited you're here.
Thank you.
People should follow you just for your Instagram because you are so funny.
Oh, thank you. My Instagram has changed. It's Megan_Monaghan_beauty. And I'm actually no longer with the lash company since COVID. So it's just me and my lash salon. So Megan_Monaghan_beauty.
And the reason why I wanted to interview you is because I was just fascinated. First of all, I feel like you have such a strong energy about you, and I love your independence, and I love that you turned beauty into a whole business. Like you saw beyond just having your own chair, and then you built this fantastic business to uplift and support other women having their own business and bringing their own income into their household. But how did you get started with this business? I mean, it's such a niche.
Mm-hmm. So funny. I actually wanted to go to beauty school right out of high school. I actually wanted to go while I was in high school, like an ROP program. And, at the time my parents were like, no, you need a degree, you need to get a degree. And so I went to the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising in San Francisco, and then transferred to the one in San Diego. And I just was like, no, I want to do makeup. I don't care about fashion as much as I care about just beauty as a whole. And so I ended up getting kind of stuck in a rut, and then didn't go to beauty school until I was 25 years old, 25 or 26. So I look back and I'm like, oh my God, I would have saved so much money just going to beauty school right out of the gate. But, things happened, and I learned so much about business and entrepreneurship in school. So it was good. And then I started doing makeup. Makeup was my passion. And I worked for Nordstrom, and then just kind of went from there, did makeup, hair, was really big, like kind of had a little wedding business going on, you know, like hair and makeup for weddings. And I got a little tired of brides, you know, brides are,
Yes.
they're a little tough. They just become narcissistic overnight. You know, I was like, this is too much. So, and then one day I got my lashes done and I was like, whoa, I feel like $1 million. I think I had just had my second son, 2 kids back to back, felt horrible, gained 80 pounds, 80.
Wow.
When I was pregnant. And so I was not feeling good. And so I got lash extensions, boom. Like it was just like instant, you know, like I looked at myself, I'm like, I don't look like I haven't slept for like 5 years, you know? So that's how I learned about them. And then I took a class that was terrible. We were, you know, gluing little eyelash extensions on a paper plate and they're like, go ahead and have fun with that. I'm like, okay. Met this company, took their course, and then honestly, it did change the course of my life. I became busy overnight. It was almost surreal, you know. It was like no one was doing lash extensions correctly or sustainably. Like everyone was doing them, just dropping them on. There was no training. No one knew what kind of ingredients were even in the products they were using. And I just kind of pioneered this area to like think a little bit more about what they're doing and what they're using and how can we do this forever? This isn't a fad. Let's make sure this is a sustainable career. So that's kind of the path I took and just ran with it. And that was, you know, 7-8 years ago.
That's just, and it's been explosive for you because you were traveling all across the world, not just in the United States, but isn't that correct?
Yep. I've been all the way to Australia, Europe. I trained women over there, did some speaking engagements. You know, the beauty industry is one of the most misunderstood industries, I feel. You know, I think we don't get a lot of respect, and you know, it is kind of a little hidden money making business that if you're good and you know how to connect with people, you can make so much money in the beauty industry. But people are like, oh, you're a hairstylist, like how much can you make? Like you can make so much money. And you get to make your own hours. And so for me, I wanted to start inspiring people to take this business more serious and change the way that people look at, you know, our industry. We kind of had like a flaky, name to us, you know, like, oh yeah, like or people are like, I change hairstylists all the time. I'm like, no, we need to start inspiring women to connect, because you can be the best hairstylist on the planet, the best lash artist on the planet, the best anything on the planet. If you are not connecting with your clientele, you're going to have turnover and you're not going to be successful in this industry. So my job really is to teach a skill, but it's to teach much more than that. I want people to learn how to run and manage clients. That is the hardest part in this business. If you are a bitch to your clients and you think that you are the best and your ego is out here, they're going to find someone else. Right. So it was just I just took on that role to like really help people and help people respect their clientele and enjoy their time with them and be grateful and thankful that they're coming to you. I mean, we wouldn't be able to pay our bills without them. So it was a little bit of me kind of like being a little bit hard on my students to respect people more, and then our industry will be respected more in turn.
That's such a beautiful thing, that whole thing that you just said. For one part is that when I came to you, I was feeling the heaviness of COVID and just like not connecting with people, and then I got my lashes done and I was like, wow, it really did make me feel good. It uplifted my energy. And then when I came home and my husband saw my lashes, he was like, wow, what just happened to you?
Yeah.
That's a very nice reaction. And so
especially for a husband, they don't notice a lot, right? I mean, I don't have one, but I hear they don't notice a lot.
And then the second part of that is that I had a best friend in high school, Mary Jo Milano, and her mom runs the same energy as you, and she took her business and she did the same thing. She even and I just see you are ever expansive, and she ended up purchasing the building of her hair salon, you know, renting out all of her stations, turned her she loved the people she worked with, and then she also became, you know, and started investing in real estate. It was just like this, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. And she was a single mom as well. And so what is the best part of your day and what's the hardest part of your day? Now that you're just doing this, tell me about that.
I think the hardest part of my day is going to work and knowing that my kids are not in school and interacting with people, to be honest. Like I don't like not like knowing that my kids are engaged and learning and like, you know, having, you know, a babysitter come over and make sure they're being homeschooled correctly is so scary. It keeps me up at night. So like the whole COVID thing has really made me hyper focused on my kids and their education and just social interaction because we are such a social family. And I just saw that kind of change. But then, you know, I get to go to work and be social. Like I'm social all day long. So the best, and my son just said, I'll be back. Like he's 22. I think the best part of my day is walking into the salon and knowing that the minute I walk in, the energy changes. Like I have the power to change the energy in that room. And I have chosen day after day, year after year to change that energy in a positive way. I try to bring light when I walk in there because number one, my name is on the door. And number two, I want the people in there to feel good and happy, whether they're my client or not, or the girls that work for me, or even the guy that delivers our water jugs, you know, like we really do have to, you know, walk in there with that ray of sunshine. And it is my favorite part of the day. And it snaps me out of like a bad day too. You know, it's almost like the minute that door opens, I'm like, hello, I'm here, you know. But
you are a light bringer, I have to say. You are a light bringer.
Oh, well, good. I mean, you are too. That is why I'm like, I feel so connected with you all the time because if I'm having a bad day and you lay down, it's like, oh, well, you can't be in a bad mood around Lorri, you know, like it's just not going to happen. So yeah, so those are, I would say the two best and worst parts.
So if you could say something to your younger self and give her some advice, what would that be?
Oh my gosh, I would tell her to snap out of it and be confident. I was not a confident young girl. I never really felt like I fit in with, I was such a tomboy. I loved sports and I wasn't actually like girly until probably like the end of college. Like I just was such a tomboy. I loved being outside and being like, you know, in the water. And I was constantly like, even as a kid, I never wore shoes. I was like this little free spirit hippie child. And I just was never confident. And I feel like once I had my kids and I started working out, I learned that confidence. So I would tell her like, work out, go to the gym. Don't wait until you're, you know, 30 years old and have 80 pounds of baby weight to lose. Like, why wasn't I doing it all along, you know? And just to eat healthy and like live a clean lifestyle. You know, like I was a wild child in college. I mean, I was like, we drank every single day. We lived on Taco Bell and like cereal, you know,
if
like
if you eat crap, that's how you feel. You do.
Yeah.
And it comes out like, that's why your vibe, I mean, you glow, you seriously glow. And if you're putting all of that goodness in your body, it comes out like in your energy and your aura. So you are such a bright light. So I'm going to ask you some, so you have your business and I know you have some really exciting things that we're going to just wait on because you have so many exciting things happening. So I'm going to ask you some rapid fire questions. Okay.
Okay.
So, bucket list items. What do you have on your bucket list? Or do you have?
I just to travel as much as I can. I don't even care where. Honestly, you could I would love to just be blindfolded and put on a plane and just show up. Like my travel and more travel. And then my second would be to open another type of business completely separate from a salon. Like I love the earth and plants and crystals and like just good energy and, you know, those things mixed with some sort of like boutique or something I just think would be fun and just different than, you know, what I do every day. I always have ideas, but honestly, my bucket list is to be able to figure out how to make money traveling. That's like, awesome. I got to do it. Yeah.
I love it. You know, I love that.
Yeah, I know.
So, mountains or ocean?
Ocean, 100%.
Dog or cat?
Dog. Here's my little French bulldog right here.
Oh, Oh, there she. Oh my gosh, so cute. That's Dallas, right?
Baby
No,
Dallas, yeah.
baby Dallas.
Hmm.
If you watch on her Instagram, she has some great little stories about baby Dallas. Um,
Yes.
if you had to bring a favorite binge, if you had a favorite binge food, what would it be?
Oh gosh, you know what's so funny? I'm an eat to live type of girl. Like I don't really care about food. I think that's why I can eat so boring and clean. But sushi, like I would say like if I'm at a sushi restaurant that is amazing, I can out eat like a 6'6" man that weighs 300 pounds. Like I will out eat them and I will still not be full. So sushi for sure.
And who or what would you bring with you to a desert island?
I mean, a hot guy that can do everything. I don't know where he is, but that's what I bring. A handy, hot guy that knows what he's doing.
That's
That's
awesome.
it.
That's all you would need.
Yeah.
Are you a morning or an evening person?
Both. It scares people. They're like, "Are you a robot?" I get up every morning like before 5 a.m., usually 4:45, 5 a.m. And I sometimes can stay up till like 1 in the morning and I pop up like, "I'm awake." I am both. Both.
What, and do you have a morning routine?
Yes. Every morning I wake up, I
Mhm.
put my flip-flops on, I take the dog out to go pee, and while I'm doing that, I'm brewing coffee. I cannot function without having coffee every morning, oatmeal and egg whites mixed together. That's it. Like I if I don't have oatmeal and egg whites in the morning, I will have it for dinner. Like my day will not end without it. It's so weird.
It's within the 24-hour period. You need to have that in your body at some point in time.
Yes. Yeah.
And what is would you say, do you have an eccentric or habit or something that people just don't know about you?
Uh, I mean, I'm like very obsessive. I think people probably know that about me. I would say
I
I
didn't know
have,
that about you.
yeah, like I'm my own worst critic and my own worst enemy. That's why I feel when someone says something negative to me, it doesn't stick because I'm like, oh girl, I've said that to myself. Nothing. So I am a little bit like I self-inflict, like pain sometimes because I am so obsessive. I do have this idea of, trying to live as perfectly as I can, even though I know that's ridiculous. So that would be something I don't like about myself, but
Mhm.
I think something that people wouldn't know is that I am a painter. I haven't
Oh, you
picked up
are.
a paintbrush since my kids were born, but I used to paint murals in, people's
Wow.
homes. I love acrylic paint. I could sit and paint all day. It's something that comes and goes and I have to feel it to do it. And I
Mm.
just haven't really felt it since my kids were born.
Oh, I would have never known, but it makes sense because you're so creative. You
Yeah.
love color, and so so I want to ask you one other thing about your business. What would you tell somebody who wants to get into the beauty industry? Do you have any words of wisdom for them?
I always tell them like, let your ego go and just make your clients happy. If you make your clients happy and you work in a little room in the back of the salon and you're making a ton of money, why do you want to open a salon? I always tell people that like opening a salon is expensive, stressful. It'll keep you up at night. It's not usually as lucrative because you're so stressed out that you're losing clientele. So I always tell people start small, start slow. And if you're connecting with your clients and making money, you're not dealing with high turnover and you're always going to make money. So
Mhm.
I think what we do in life is we think of the what's next all the time. And I've been guilty, like, what's next for me? What's next for me? What's next for me? It's like, why don't you just live right here in what you're doing? And some of the decisions I've made in my career have affected me financially in a negative way because I'm just like, what else? What else? What else? What else? But what I should have done is just stayed hyper focused on what's in front of me,
That's great advice. And
Yeah.
I'm really blessed to have you in my life. I've been so grateful that I found you just randomly. And I would like to know, I know we're going to have a link to how for people to reach out to you and connect with you. And I know they can also reach out to you via Instagram. But what do you want to share with the audience?
Like about like my business and salon.
Yes. Yes.
Well, we have since COVID, we lost a couple of girls, but we just gained two amazing lash artists. They are the sweetest. cutest. They want to build their clientele. They're already doing lashes, but we want to get them slammed. So I would love it if any of your followers would call or email in, and we could get them 50% off a full set.
Wow,
with one of
that's
our
awesome.
newer girls. Yeah.
That's
And
great.
just because they are talented, and I don't bring in people that don't have a natural good light about them too. I mean, the crew that we have is just, we've been together a long time, and we've just added these 2 amazing girls. So we would love to get them slammed like us, because a lot of us can't take another client ever. We're that busy, you know.
That's so great. And I'm so grateful to know you. You're such a spicy go-getter, woman's woman, but you also have this other really beautiful side of you that's just really a very unique blend of passion and adventure for life. And it's just really wonderful to be around you. I just need to tell you that. And I'm excited to share you with all of the ladies who are going to be watching this. And we will be talking soon. So hang on one second, because I'm at the bottom of this. When people get this, it'll be the way to connect with you. So hang on one second.